Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's Dave Garcia with Sell Your Queen's Home at Keller Williams Realty Landmark. And I am live. I'm here live directly from my office, where if you read carefully over here, only positive vibes are allowed. Only positivity is allowed here. So I'm actually doing a live on YouTube. I know a lot of people are doing, not a lot of people, there are some people that are doing live streams on Facebook or Twitter, but I've been wanting to toy around with this for a little bit. YouTube is a powerful platform, and it's something that I want to incorporate a lot more into business and kind of provide more content for you guys. And by you guys, I mean all of my fans and all the people who haven't gotten to know me yet. So my name is David Garcia. I work here at Keller Williams Realty Landmark in Bayside, New York. I'm Bayside, Queens. I work throughout all of Queens, and I'm really happy. I feel very blessed that we are now in the holiday season, ramping up efforts to start 2017 with, just with a bang. So part of that is going to be an increase in content. You can see me across all different streams, whether it's YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. I'm a big fan, actually, of more of the mobile stuff. Twitter's was one of my favorites. I like Instagram a lot now, and definitely a big fan of Snapchat. Now that Instagram turned into like Insta Snapchat, it's crazy, but I'm just kind of ranting. Earlier today, I filmed my first YouTube live. I was kind of getting through the bugs because it's a little different than the other platforms in terms of setup and that kind of thing. So I wanted to kind of give you guys an update on the market right now and kind of talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's been on my mind lately. And it's been on my mind because I've been dealing with different customers that are dealing with different situations. So to start right now, for many months now, there have been the giants in our industry, Gary Keller and other sources that have been talking about a change of the market, a shift is what they call it. So between, for the last couple of years, let's say, Queens has been very lucky to have, as most of the country, a seller's market. So that's where you have a limited supply of inventory and you have an overabundance of buyers. And as time has gone on, the pool of homes has shrunk and the amount of buyers continued to increase. Now, if you noticed, after the presidential election, interest rates have gone up almost a full point. So that's for every, and what I mean by that is interest rates used to be under 4%. Now you're looking at 4%, and the trend is that it's going to continue going up. And what that means is for every 1% that the interest rate goes up, you're basically paying $10,000 more in the life of the loan. And that amount of money can seem trivial when you're dealing with, hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars. But when an interest rate jumps up, let's say, now I said that it's going to continue to go up. So let's say now that President Trump is going to be in office. After that point, you're going to have a time where the interest rate is going to go, let's say, to 5%. That's going to knock out a percentage of the pool of buyers that are going to be available, or they're going to qualify for mortgages. See, when interest rates go up, then your monthly payment also goes up. And some people that are borderline, or some people that just now qualified for, loans, they will end up not qualifying anymore once the interest rate goes up. So, to give you an example, I was talking with a mortgage loan officer yesterday, and one of her deals already has died because the buyer at the beginning of the transaction qualified, was fine, no problem, but the interest rate went up. And now, when you're in the middle of a transaction, you don't always lock the rate. When you lock the rate, that means that if you signed at 4%, it's staying at 4%, right? Until you, through closing and the rest of the loan. But unfortunately, sometimes you're not going to, depending on the situation, you're not going to lock in the rate. So if it fluctuates during the time that you're in the middle of a transaction, what I mean by that is that you're under contract, by the time that the interest rate goes up, you may not qualify for that anymore because your monthly payments go up, and then that affects your debt to income ratio, which is something that banks look at. And then your debt to income ratio is the amount of debt that you would be paying out every month versus the amount of income that you have. And different banks have, there's different requirements for different programs, but they like to keep you, in the low area of that. So you want something below, let's say 46% of your income a month. You want less than 46% to be debt. You want to have a little more than that. So talk to your local loan officer about that part. But I just wanted to let you know that that shift is slowly happening. And some of you, I don't mean to put the fear of God into anybody, but some of you may no longer qualify for loans. You may, you may just not be able to purchase a property right now. You might want to save more of a down payment, which would be able to help you qualify for different loans. The higher your down payment, it might help you as far as the ratios and everything. So talk to your loan officer. Let's say you've already gotten the news that since the interest rate went up, you don't no longer qualify. Maybe ask your loan officer how much of more of a down payment would you need to put in order for you to qualify. So this is a shift that's happening in the market right now where it's just going to continue progressing. Just the prices, just the interest rate is one aspect of it, but prices have gotten to a point where they can't continue to increase to the level that they have been. It's just not affordable. And if you add that together with the increase in interest rates, you're going to see a leveling off of prices as well. In some areas, you're already seeing a decrease in pricing. So that is a good thing for buyers, but at the same time, that the interest rate is something of interest to you. So I wanted to let you know about that. And if you know of anybody that might be thinking about selling their home, this also affects them because they're going to have less buyers vying for their home. There's going to be less demand, and on top of that, like I said, prices are going to naturally get to a point where they will be lowering. So now may be the best time to sell, just as now may be the best time to buy. So just keep that in mind. If it's something that benefits your situation, then really look into it and see if it's something that you can pursue right now, if you can find a property to purchase. And same thing for selling. If you're thinking about selling, this might be the time. So try to keep this in mind as well, and know that in January, after Trump gets inaugurated, the interest rate will probably continue to go up. And I know many people think that now is not a great time to list your home. It's the holidays. People don't want to be bothered. But if you have a buyer standing in your front yard during the holidays or during terrible weather, doesn't that buyer seem like somebody that's actually serious and trying to buy the home? The people aren't as curious as they are during warm weather, where, hey, it's Sunday, let's go out and go to all the open houses there are. This is the time where you're going to see competition drop and only the serious buyers out there, so you might get top dollar for your home. And as a buyer, this is when you can beat the other buyers that aren't taking it as serious. During the summer, there were plenty of open houses, 30, 40, 50 people. There were lines at regular showings. Now you're going to start seeing that this is your opportunity to beat out those other people that they might have beat you out on a multiple offer situation. So think about it carefully. I hope that you guys got something out of these 10 minutes that I've been on here. And if you have any questions, and if you did like this live YouTube, let me know. I'd like to do more of it. I think I can also save the videos for you, so it's kind of going to be a little bit of aggregation of content over time. This could be a reference video for down the road when I wish I could put a stamp right here, saying today, December 9th, I said that interest rates are going through the roof and now is the best time to sell. So when you have to sell in a couple of months, you remember which awesome agent told you that first, obviously. So I'm sorry for that buzzing. It's this little microphone here every time it touches my jacket here, but I'm glad that I was able to do this for a little bit, and I really would appreciate some feedback if you can let me know what I could do better. I will be reading anything that you put down here, any other comments, and I hope to continue adding to this. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your December, and don't go too crazy this weekend shopping. All right, take care.